day 2 rolling along. Did low red zone yesterday, do some high red zone today, do some one-on-ones today, and good first day. Good to get started. A lot of things to correct, a lot of good things too. So go to day 2.
Dave's obviously Jackson, his first NFL training camp practice, throws a pick early. How did he respond to that? Did you like the way he responded, and did you talk about that play on the field afterwards, or was that later on for you?
No, you talk about it right after. I mean, defense made a good play. We threw it into Jones there, he made a nice play, and move on to the next play. That's what these practices are for everybody. So there'll be some good, there'll be some things we need to correct, and you make sure you correct them and move on.
So, Dave, you like the way he responded? I mean, a lot
Absolutely.
of young guys could get a little rattled first, but you like the way he responds?
Yeah, we're talking about practice here, so that's what those are for. He's going to make those mistakes. Everybody's going to make them. There's plenty of other mistakes that happened, and there's plenty of good things. So he did a good job coming back. You don't want to throw picks, but that's why we're practicing.
You talked about correcting mistakes yesterday, and that's what rookies and the young players have to do, right? It's about
old players too. Yeah, old players too.
For them, it's obviously earning your trust. It's minimizing those, right? When you're talking about correcting the mistake for Jackson on that, like, what do you look at and say to him, we need to do this or do this differently? Yeah,
I mean, there's every play you have something to teach a player, correct a player on, most every play. So to get into every detail of every play, you should have done this, you should have done this. It happens for every position. It happens on defense, in the kicking game, on offense. So you go to the meeting room, you watch the tape, you coach up, hey, this is what you could have done differently, and then you go down to the next play.
Brian, Malik mentioned yesterday that you stayed in touch with him in the offseason in terms of moves you guys were making. What do you value about his sort of opinion on the moves you guys make on offense?
Well, I stay in touch with a lot of players in the offseason. You try to have good communication with the guys on our football team, build relationships with them. That's what's important to me.
But he made you were consulting him on personnel moves. That seems unusual for a first-year player. How did you get to that point with him?
I'd say we have a good relationship. Early on in camp, if you remember, one of the competitive periods, we were talking about a play over there, and he was first training camp, and he's got good vision on the field. He's a smart player, but I'm close with him. I think those relationships with all your players are important, and particularly, ones that play like Malik. But Slayton, I've talked to a bunch. Wandell, Theo Johnson. GBR, Byrne, Dexter. A lot of guys.
How much do you think you'll have to manage him with the toe during the summer?
We'll see as it goes. I think it's, we'll go through practice, see how it feels. If we have to pull back, we'll pull back some. Looked pretty good yesterday. So.
Was surgery ever a discussion this offseason?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into injuries and conversations of that. He's working through it, and like I said, I think y'all saw he looks pretty good out there.
Is there a threat of that being talked about now, or was he just alluding to like down the road?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into the conversations about injuries. You guys see him out there. Looks pretty good. We'll do what we need to do to keep him as fresh as we can keep him. If he has any type of setback or it's extra sore, then we have a discussion with the training staff, with the doctors, the medical team, and decide what's best. But he's good to go. 3 days, who knows? In 3 days, how's it feel? We need to pull back a little bit. It's kind of day-by-day plan as we go.
How did Dexter look? I noticed his first time being back out there. What did you see from him just getting his feet wet a little bit again?
Dex is Dex. Yeah, good player for us. Big, explosive, quick. No pads on, so you have him pull back a little bit because he can be a problem.
Brian, I think we ask you about this every year, but with the offensive line, I know you've got Andrew, on PUP. You're trying to work different guys in and whatnot, but do you have like a rough idea as to when you want to finalize that lineup so that they have enough time to work together?
Yeah, our guys have worked together. We've talked about this ad nauseum each year. Guys have to do different things. There'll be 5 starters, and then there's guys that have to be flexible. We had to think the most offensive line combinations in the league last year playing, so this is a time to practice it.
What is your plan with, putting guys in pads? When you're going to have padded practices?
As soon as we can. Yeah, as soon as we can. Soon. Now you got to ease into it and as soon as we can, we'll be in pads.
So by soon you mean Sunday?
Yeah, first day we can be in pads, we'll be in pads.
And also, you got off to a slow start the last couple of years. Do you change up your approach to training camp in regards to putting guys in pads, the amount you're having them work, like how you? I know you always say we make changes every year.
Yeah, I think that you asked that question yesterday, so not much different than I answered you. We make changes every year, and we'll do what we think is best for the team.
How do you switch?
What have you
Go
seen
ahead, Charlotte.
from Tay Banks from his return? We saw some rotation with him and Cordell.
Yeah. Again, it's so early, and I understand we're looking at guys right now. It was the first day. Tay's working hard, and we'll evaluate him throughout the camp like we will everybody else.
What I was trying to get at, are you planning on being in pads more this year, or?
Yeah, I mean,
we
have our plan of what we're going to do, and each day we'll do. Yeah, you'll see it out there when the pads come on, but we'll be in pads, pretty good amount.
Brian, what do you think of the year that Noob had last year as a rookie, and just what are you looking for him to do?
Did you say Noob?
Noob, yeah.
Yeah, Noob's a pro. I think he's for a young player, he's got tremendous leadership skills. He's very, very smart. He's vocal, not just on the field, but in the team meeting. And I think it's good to add Holland next to him, who's another vocal guy who's done it for a while. And the combination of those two guys since OTAs has been very encouraging for me. I know for the defensive staff in terms of the communication, the adjustments you need to make. You get into a different formation. The safeties are kind of the quarterbacks of the defense, particularly in the back end, to make sure everything is aligned and good to go. And Newbin is, not just a good player, he's a good person, he's a good leader, he's got a lot of good traits. I'm a big Newbin fan.
Why did you move practice to the opposite field for the second half yesterday?
There was a little turf deal, so I moved it over. Some grass came up, so instead of saw a guy slip, I moved it over. Be okay now, fixed it.
Coach, you bring up being smart a lot. Is that the gap between going from college to the pro, and how valuable is being football smart at this level?
Yeah, it's important. It's important in college too. When I was there, you need smart players that can execute under pressure, be able to communicate, be able to adjust on defense, be able to handle the multiple things that you do on offense: formation, motion, shifts, route adjustments, blocking schemes, pressures. There's so many different things, and it's all tied together. Because it's an ultimate team sport. You got 10 guys doing the right thing and one guy doing it wrong. It could look like a bad play or give up a big play. So teamwork and communication and being on the same page and doing things the way you need to do them collectively as a unit, that's a big point of emphasis.
Anybody won't go today?
No, same thing. We're good.